My first meeting with Arsene was when he came over from Japan. Peter Hillwood, Danny Fisman and David Dean went to Japan and had sessions with him there. Result of that, they came back and made recommendations to the board. The board accepted those recommendations, and then Arsene flew over after he'd finished with the Grand Prix 8. He was a very impressive man. He's intellectual, he's very bright, able to discuss with you on virtually any subject you like, and he was and is a very impressive man. Yes, it was a risk, but it's not the first time the club has taken risks. We try and eliminate them as far as possible, but yes, we did think about that seriously and decided to take that risk. Well, when he first came, of course, he had the jump on the market because he knew all the foreign players, and that brought with it great players, as you know, Petit, Overmars, and many, many others. I remember saying to him once, I did it once and once only, but we'd had recommended to us a young player from another country, and I mentioned this player, and he said, "No, I don't think so, Ken, I don't think so." He said he broke a leg 2 years ago and it's not really settled. He's just got divorced and he's got 2 children, and he knew the background of all these people, and I only just knew the guy's name. And he was a wealth of information on players that we'd never heard of. And as you know, he sorted players out like Nicholas Anelka and people we'd never even heard of before. Well, where he was absolutely tremendous was that we would sit down with him and he'd have a chat with me and say, what do I have in the budget for transfers? And whether that was 5 million or 50 million, he would say, fine, that's great, now I know what I can work with. But he was not screaming and shouting, saying, how can I do this on 5 million? He never was. Everything that he did was reasoned, and he was a very sensible chap. And you could sit down with him and explain the reasons why you were recommending something, and he would understand them. I don't think we could have built the stadium without the success that he had, because we had to raise an awful lot of money. We had to do many, many other things, acquiring other properties that part of the jigsaw puzzle. It wasn't just the stadium. And he helped enormously. His stature helped with the local authority. It certainly helped with commercial partners and with the banks to have a man like that in situ, which identified this stability. My argument with him, and he promised me that he would do it, and I'll make sure that I remind him of that promise before he leaves us, but he said, I asked him to take a holiday, and he said, well, I had one in 1983, and his idea of an anniversary party is to go out to dinner at 6 and be home by 7:45 to watch the next match. No, I think he's become more one track. We've got technology now, so he can watch 6 matches in the evening by recording them and just playing right through the night. I shall miss Arsene like losing a younger brother. I'm very, very fond of him. He's a remarkable man. Not only did he buy into the values, I think he increased the values because he lived them every day. And he was totally honest in what he did. I've done lots and lots of transfer deals with him, and had the meetings with foreign players, agents and the like. And he was very, very straight and honest with every one of them. When you sit in meetings with him and just listen to him talk, you soon realise that the man is intelligent, he knows what he wants to achieve, and probably 9 times out of 10 he does achieve it.
If you like that, check this out.